Mark Zuckerberg looks very different these days. Compare 2021
I love Beat Saber.
to today.
Chill week.
Yeah, sort of.
For years, he was mocked for being robotic and emotionless.
Nice. What else is coming? Lay it on us.
There are videos with millions of views titled Mark Zuckerberg pretending to be human, or Why Mark Zuckerberg Talks Like a Robot.
It's because he just doesn't move his face. Look at his expressions, they're static.
Now there's a noticeable shift. Zuckerberg seems more human. And I'm not just talking about that moment during the inauguration when he was caught staring at Jeff Bezos' fiancée Lauren Sanchez's cleavage again and again. He's grown out his curly hair, wears a gold chain, oversized t-shirts, and a $900,000 watch.
You look different. When you walked in here today, you look thicker. You look like a different guy. Your neck is bigger.
Good.
But it's not just his appearance or demeanor that's changed. He's going out of his way to praise Trump.
On a personal note, it's, seeing Donald Trump get up after getting shot in the face and pump his fist in the air with the American flag is one of the most badass things I've ever seen in my life.
This is the same Zuckerberg who was accused of censoring conservatives, including banning Donald Trump from Facebook following the January 6th Capitol riots, who oversaw Facebook's suppression of a New York Post expose about Hunter Biden's laptop in the critical days leading up to the 2020 presidential election, a story that later turned out to be true. Facebook justified this by claiming the FBI warned about potential Russian disinformation, and who removed posts early in the pandemic suggesting COVID-19 originated from a lab in Wuhan, China, a theory now considered the most likely explanation. Mark Zuckerberg now seems to be shifting the blame for Meta's policy decisions. On Joe Rogan's podcast, he claimed the Biden administration pressured Facebook to censor content.
These people from the Biden administration would call up our team and scream at them and curse, and it's like these documents it's all kind of out there. And basically, it just got to this point where we were like, no, we're not gonna take down things that are true. That's ridiculous. They wanted us to take down this meme of Leonardo DiCaprio looking at a TV talking about how 10 years from now or something, if you took a COVID vaccine, you're eligible for, class action lawsuit type meme. And they're like, no, you have to take that down. And we just said, no, we're not gonna take down humor and satire. We're not gonna take down things that are true.
So why the change of heart? The top YouTube comment on the Rogan interview sums it up. This is what "I'm sorry, I want to be on the winning side" looks like. Much like the shifting political winds, Zuckerberg's stance appears to be changing.
The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech.
We won!
With Trump's decisive win, taking all 6 swing states and the popular vote, free speech has become a central issue. On his first day back in office, Trump signed an executive order to restore freedom of speech and end what he considers federal censorship on social media, accusing the Biden administration of having trampled free speech rights. And now, Mark Zuckerberg, the man once at the center of that very censorship, is siding with Trump.
And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship. So we're gonna get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms.
One of the biggest shifts, the end of Meta's fact-checking. A select group of news organizations has handled fact-checking on Facebook and Instagram just before Trump's first term in office. Now, Zuckerberg has turned against the very program Meta has relied on for 9 years.
I think people just felt like the fact checkers were too biased. Not necessarily even so much in what they ruled, although sometimes I think people would disagree with that. A lot of the time, it was just what types of things they